Hello, welcome to Team Steve Angello, and we're doing questions with Corey James and David Pietras. And I think we're going to start with David. Hello, David.
Hello.
Welcome to the QnA.
Thank you.
Who is your biggest music inspiration?
Hard to say, but I think that would be the whole Swedish House Mafia crew, Steve Angello, Sebastian Ingrosso, and Axwell. But I have inspiration from all kinds of music, so it's really difficult to.
Everything on the way is inspires you.
Yeah, everything I listen to.
But which one of the three guys do you get the most out of? Most inspired by?
I would say all three.
All three. Yeah. Yeah. Good answer.
Good answer.
The next question is: can you tell us some basics for music production? Bases.
Some bases.
Yeah, some bases basic things. Obviously, kick drums.
Like tips for.
Yeah, like the first thing you do when you make a song.
Yeah. I usually start with the biggest parts of the songs.
Yeah.
And then I kind of make the build up and break. So I start from the biggest part and then I.
Yeah. So basically, you make a radio edit first, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the last thing I do is the intro and the outro.
The worst part.
Yeah.
The worst part.
The worst part.
Yeah. Next question is: how long does it take you to start your career as an artist? How long did it take you to get from there to right now?
Well, I've been making music for my whole life.
Yeah.
But I think the last 4 years I've been really trying to starting to develop as an artist. So yeah.
Do you feel like collabs with Corey James and other artists makes you better and learn more?
Of course, you get inspiration from other people and we help each other.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
With that remix with Steve Angello and that. Did you guys just make a remix and show it to him, or he just ask you can you make a remix for me? How did I get to that?
We had a demo which we thought was pretty sick that we made in the side studio. And then we sent it to Steve, and then it was Steve's idea. He was like, this would be pretty sick as a remix. And then basically when he sent us the stems over, that's when we had to change the whole idea and kind of suit it to the remix.
Yeah, so we changed the whole break.
Yeah, sick.
But worked out pretty well, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I play the clubs and people are like, what the fuck is this? And I holy shit, this is paying. This is good.
Nice.
Yeah. And now we're going to go Q&A with Corey James.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
No worries. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And tips on getting signed.
Tips on getting signed.
Yeah.
I think it's staying persistent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about trying to get signed. I know a lot of people think you're gonna get signed and then next week you're gonna be in Hollywood and it doesn't work like that anymore. Music's changed, times have changed. Years back if you signed a track you would be making a lot of money doing all this, but this time I feel like at the moment you could release your own music on your own label or just do it independent and it still doesn't matter anymore because it's all about Spotify streaming and stuff like that. So my advice would be to not worry too much about trying to get a track signed. It would just be to try and make the best music you can. Do you know, because there's so many people making average stuff and getting it signed to labels, but at the end of the day that's not going to do anything for your career. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the most important thing is just focusing on the music and the branding, visuals, stuff like that, because a lot of people these days watch YouTube, music videos and stuff like that. So I feel like it's more behind the scenes now. It's more about how you brand yourself, how you market, how you do your music. And I wouldn't stress too much about trying to get on these labels. Obviously if you get on a huge label and you sign a big deal and all that, it's great, you know what I mean? But at the moment I feel like this day and age, it's just make the best music you can and just enjoy it, have fun with it, because it's a hard career to get into, which a lot of people feel like if you get signed it's an easy gateway, but it's not necessarily the case, you know what I mean? I know tons of guys who sign music to labels and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a superstar the next week, do you know what I mean? So my advice would be to not stress out too much about trying to sign music and just have fun and make good music.
Do you feel like making remixes like gets you more like
exposure?
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, making remixes, especially if it's for big labels, big artists, stuff like that, that's going to help. But yeah, remixes is definitely a way, because you know, if there's like a popular song that comes out next week, if you make
like David Guetta,
so if you make a good remix, people are going to play it in the club, you know what I mean, because a lot of people want to hear that song. So it's definitely a good way to get out there.
And next question is, what's the most challenging part with making music?
I feel it's probably staying true to yourself as an artist in what you want to make and what's popular. You know, at the moment, tech house, techno is all huge,
blowing up,
and you can see all these guys crossing over and doing all these tracks. But I mean, I got into this because I love the music that I make. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make the music that I want to make, and I think that's the most challenging part, because sometimes it's not as popular as it used to be. But I mean, times change. Music just goes in the cycles. You know what I mean? So one day, hopefully, I'm back on track.
If you have now like many challenges, what's moving you like forward? What's it like?
Obviously, there's many challenges when you're a producer. You know, especially like there's always money, because being an artist is a hard job. Like a lot of people think like, you know, DJs and all this are making stupid money. I mean, there's obviously different levels of it and stuff, but I think it's just like it's the most challenging part is just trusting the process and just carrying on, you know, doing what you believe in, and if you've got a vision, just go for it, basically.
Next one is, how long does it take to start your career as an artist? Like how?
I actually started pretty late. I started making music when I was like 18. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty late when you compare.
Like in this time it's pretty late.
Yeah, when you compare it to guys like Martin Garrix and stuff, where they've been making it since they're like 14 and stuff. But I mean, I think it's probably about, I'd say about 7 years, 8 years, something like that.
Yeah, but what was there like a moment that was like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna start like making music? Like, was it like a moment? Or
I mean, I was making hip hop beats when I first started, just for fun. You know, I used to record with friends and stuff.
He's laughing.
No, I used to make hip hop beats. I made everything, and then I went and watched Steve Angello, and I watched Swedish House Mafia. I was following them, and then I went and seen Steve's show at Cream in Liverpool, and then ever since that night I was just like, this is the music I want to make, you know what I mean? So from that moment, that's what I've done, basically.
Brilliant. So this is like a question for me. Are there any ideas with Will K coming up soon?
I mean, me and Will have always got ideas. We've been working on music for years and years, so we've always got something that we've made and then just left to the side. So I mean, probably. I just need to speak to him, but it's so hard lately because he's in Australia. I'm in the UK. So at the moment our time frames aren't as good. So it used to be where I used to stay up all night and we'd Skype and stuff. But now I'm trying to get a good sleeping pattern and try and, you know, so it's quite hard lately. But I mean, we teased we'll put an Instagram picture up teasing a collab. So I mean, it's probably time to get in the studio and get something done. Definitely.
And this is a question from one of the members of the team, Steve Angello. He asked the intro at the set from Thursday and Friday.
I've seen a lot of
maybe
stuff
today.
online.
I think so. So, any comments about that?
I mean, there would be no fun for me to sit here and say no or yes. So I'll just leave it to you guys to imagine.
Do you enjoy the shows?
Of course. Yeah, I went yesterday.
Your favorite moment, like?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't been in the room who's going tonight. I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, the music, the production is insane. So I don't want to ruin it, but it's pretty special. Pretty special.
So I want to thank you to David Pietras and Corey James.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we see you later at the show. Probably a live stream coming up, I think. Yeah, live stream coming up. Yeah. See you later. Thank you so much. See you guys. Bye.